Now, I had assumed with Lanterns it was going to be a bit of a shit show. A lot of the things that we had seen in the trailers, marketing, and what the various creators behind it had not painted a great picture thus far. Could we have been wrong? Sure. Unlikely, but it's possible. And I had just finished watching the pilot episode. And it did one of the more egregious things I think you could do for any show. Be absolute fucking boring. What do I mean by that? I mean, you spend an entire hour fucking around and playing masturbatory. Oh, fuck it. You're just spending all your time jerking around, jerking off about how much of a cinema high art you are while you're looking down upon the superhero media. You're trashing the lore, and honestly, this feels like a show that was never meant to be for Green Lantern. Like, this is a skin job. A boring ass skin job. Because that's all it is. It's just nothing really happens in the grand scheme of things with this pilot. Now, granted, it's a pilot. You can't show off everything, but the idea is meant to be, you're meant to give a hook, a reason to keep going, like to give you a general idea of what happens when you see the show. Like, it's like, hey, here's the pitch. But we don't get that. We get this boring ass, like, wannabe true detective nonsense that makes there's no entertainment value in it, you know? You have Hal and John be, like, total assholes to each other when they've never really been like that way in the comics. You fuck with the Green Lantern lore by making it sound like they're being somewhat accurate to it, but then having Hal be training John to be a replacement in the event that he dies, which makes no sense because the ring is meant to go and search for someone when their like lantern dies. And it's not just, oh, it's on the comics so it's bad. It's like, no, in this show itself they state that the ring goes and finds somebody, that, like, as they tell the story of Abin Sur, the guy who gave Hal his ring, more or less. Like, they explain that, and they try to play it off with, like, jokes and humor, which is weird. And of course, they say so many goddamn fucks in this show. Like, this is what a 13-year-old would think is edgy and cool. Oh, they all say fuck all the time. It's cool. It's fucking awesome. It's not. It's boring and lame. And you made Jon Stewart lame because when he first gets when we first see him, like his grown-up adult version, when he gets nearly killed by Hal Jordan's, like, training method, the first thing he does is he calls his dad to bitch and moan. And it's like, what? What the fuck? What's your dad gonna do about that? Like, what's the what? And then they have, like, I don't know if this was meant to be a joke or not, but I guess John is a vegan, maybe not, maybe it's a joke, I don't know, I don't care anymore. And then they have him fuck some old lady in a pickup truck while he lights up her cigarette with the lantern ring. It was the dumbest shit ever. I mean, like, look at this. This is what we use the Green Lantern ring for. Like, lighting up cigarettes, making counterfeit $20 bills to enter jukeboxes, where putting bottle openers, like we did, like, one bubble shield at, like, the tail end of the episode, and that's, like, the most superheroic shit you get with this Green Lantern ring in this one episode. Now, sure, you could say, oh, bug, but it's like, they gotta save that, they gotta spread that out throughout the whole show, you know? You can't just show up all the good stuff at first. It's like, true, but the problem is, all you've been doing is just using the Green Lantern ring for mundane things that just doesn't work. Not in the, oh, that's not possible for the ring to do such and such. It's the fact that why are we doing it like this? Why are we using the ring in these ways? These mundane ways that make no fucking sense. And even when they use the constructs, they feel desaturated of color. They feel drained. It just has this like essence of where they're taking everything away. And it just leaves you with this hollow husk of boredom. Because there's nothing interesting about it. Like, there's nothing worth the fuck. Like, you can already predict where half of this shit is going to go because we get a character that's doing like oh, we gotta protect the world from the aliens, you know, and it's like a very, very interesting political tirade bullshit, you know. Like, oh, we're a militia trying to protect ourselves from the aliens. If anyone not born here, they gotta go. It's like, okay, whoop-de-fuckity-doo. And I don't know what their intent is with the show. Is like, they want you to think Hal Jordan is an asshole that wants to die because he's suicidal. And then they want to make you like John for some reason. But the problem is, I wound up not liking either of them. So when the eventual reveal of, oh, Hal is fucking dead, it's like, oh, well, I kinda don't care at all. Because now, because I've seen the framework, because they establish, oh, here's a case from 10 years ago. Now it's 10 years past, you know, present day, and oh, Hal is dead, so now they're going to be jumping between the two timelines, I guess, and exploring what led to these events, whatever. And it's just so boring, man. There's nothing here. Nothing. I watched this with a friend, and we were like bored off our mind because we could just call out everything as we saw it. Because it was like, oh, here's the sheriff character who says fuck every 3 seconds, like every other character. She immediately knows everything that's gonna happen without any help at all because woman, I guess. Oh, here's the militia man that's clearly going to be doing a MAGA thingy, whatever. And then the fact that maybe the lanterns are doing a weird DEI thing, I don't know. It all just feels so old and tired, even in the terms of its pandering thing. And you put that aside, you take that away, what do you get left? A lackluster mystery? It's like, oh, people died. It's like, there may be some aliens that might have been here, and it's only because Hal Jordan has a gut feeling. And it's like, no. It's like there's nothing there. It's not even like an investigation. It's just like Hal goes to the location and kind of sits around on his ass, doesn't do anything, and then that's it. Like, this show is just nothing. I went through 50 fucking minutes of this show for nothing, and they are going to have about what, 8 or 9 more episodes of this shit. I struggle to find content worth talking about in one episode alone. Imagine what people are going to have to deal with when they cover the entire season. Like, as far as pilots go, this was the shit. Like, a first episode is meant to interest you, because the first episode is always important. It's always meant to get you invested in a show, or at least hook you up on an idea, a premise, a potential, a hook. But there's no hook. There's no interest. It's just it's a skin job. It's a show that clearly was not meant to be Green Lantern. It was some original pitch, and then some guy in Hollywood couldn't get it out the door, so he thought, okay, what if I dress it up like Green Lantern? And then it'll get greenlit. That's all it is. A boring fucking skin job.